There's wind blowing on the camera, so that may be noisome. I don't know. I have water. We had a strong, heavy rain for a short time last night. But in any case, I've had water up here all summer. But I have an excess right now that I'm letting run down through here. And what I'm going to do is try to document as I ditch this section of pasture as I begin to put it into terraces. So this is a sort of a before shot, and that heavy rain last night softened the ground enough so that I can work on it, and I've got a pretty good supply. So I'm going to start working my way down across this area and see how many ditches I can establish. I should probably call them zanjas. So this is before. Well, here's a little bit to look at. I've been playing at this for about a half hour now. I took the platform out of there. It was just, well, the pigs had bumped it around, but everything is up. I can just lay it back on there. But I did because one of the ditches seemed to want to go right underneath it. So I thought, I'll just, there's that wind again. I thought I'll just take it off and I'll put it back. That ditch there I'm going to run to the fence line and then let it go to the right, let it drop. Same thing with the one right up above it. It's about to the fence line now, and I'll let it drop. Because this area, see right now you can see the water's running there. That's where it's dropping right now. I'm sorry about this wind. Oh well. And to give you an idea of where the water's coming from, up there under that waving walnut sapling or small tree, where I'm gathering some water in that tub, right there you can maybe make out the inlet. That's the supply for all this water. It's not very much. And I'm running it out and I'm bringing it back, and there's a hydraulic jump or two right there. That's what that's called when you see those little riffles. Hydraulic engineers, or I guess that's what you call them. They have a name for it. Anyway, I'm going to go on. I'm giving it time to soak because these are filling, and then they're all going to start to spill out. That one's spilling out already. But right there, that squarish looking stone. See, I can't half see what I'm doing here. There it is, the sandstone. That I did not set, and the position that it's in I find peculiar. I think there was a building, a little building right here about where that platform was. Now the concrete blocks are where I'm putting a platform, but it's a little bit more level there. And why would there be a little building there? Well, this is over a mine cutting, possibly a mine shaft underground, starting a little bit below that hawthorn, that dead-looking hawthorn. Whatever it was started down there, and it might have been a shaft that caved in different places. I suspect that might be the case, and if that is the case, I'll end up finding evidence of that. Oh, I guess I'm still on Zoom. I'll find evidence of that shaft right down where there's that rusty metal. I'll be able to tell where that shaft started eventually. So, but that explains why it's so, in Portuguese they call it accidentada, not normal lay of the land, because it either collapsed or was bulldozed in incompletely. And the ditches, as they run in their curvy way, they'll reveal all that. So there's enough water in a few places that I can go back to work. Well, I'm on a slightly higher perch right now, almost the same spot, but a little bit higher. I'm standing on some columns that I plan to use for a gazebo, which is going to go right there. So, but I can always put a stand if I want to match it. All right, I changed that drop structure. It's up there now along the fence. and it's going into that ditch, and this ditch is flowing back that way. And I haven't yet, the next drop structure is going to be out that way in this ditch. But there's enough water spilling out, or there has been, that I decided this ditch was beginning to soak the whole ground. So what I did is I put a drop structure right by that square stone that I just talked about. And you can see the water's dropping right through that. Recognize those plants? Those are tomato plants, and I didn't plant them. I guess the pigs did. I almost mowed them off because I wasn't thinking I was coming to with the size. Because I didn't think I'd be coming to potato or tomato plants, but that's what they are. Anyway, now with that supply of water, I'll be able to work on that next ditch down. One other thing to tell you here is under that rock and under that piece of tin is a nest of eggs, snake eggs. I had this tin or corrugated iron was stacked there, and I decided to use it like a floor. And I came to two small, really small black snakes with white collars around them. I think that they're baby black snakes. But anyway, I let them go, of course. But then as I went down and I got to the ground, I came to a nest of eggs. I'll go down and show you them. And why I put that drop structure right there was because it was getting pretty steep anyway for the zanja. And I decided I'm going to mark that stone that I have said is suspicious. You know, that'll be a way of making notice of it. Okay, let's see if the snake egg nest is still here. I'm pretty sure it's going to be. Yep, there it is. I don't know if they'll hatch out. I don't know what'll happen, but probably the pigs will get them. But in any case, I'll let them try to survive. Now, this ditch going, or the water going from that drop structure through the tomato patch. See these little tomatoes? Pig-grown tomatoes. Well, it's going right down and it's jumping across a ditch that I had started back there, so I've got stuff to work with. That's where I've been standing to film this, but I think I'm going to film from on the ground now. This is the drop structure by that stone that I say is square. There's that pig-grown tomato patch. There's the ditch that I'm restoring. I'll explain more about that. And that's where the snake eggs were. Over here, I moved the drop structure to along the fence. There it drops from that zanja to this zanja. Some of it goes back along the hillside. Others is continuing down this drop structure, which isn't complete. And this is just a proposal, a scratch in the soil for where I think I can run a ditch. I wouldn't normally do this, but since I don't have the platform here and it's easy to get to it, I thought, well, why not? I can run a zanja right through there. Well, that's more than a proposal now, because it's got enough water in it that you can see that it's level. There's a little bit of a hydraulic jump right there. But so that's going to be another zanja. And see, if you don't have it full of water, you can't tell if you're going uphill or down, unless you use a laser or something fancy. But if it's full of water, you can tell. And I've got enough water now that I can keep going. And I'll probably go just about to that corner, I suppose. Then it's impractical to go under that platform. Meantime, that ditch down there is filling. I got to get down there, and I'll take that across to this row of platforms. So back, and this is leaking a little bit, so I should probably open the drop structure a little bit more. There's that wind. This may be all I'll do today. It's been light, easy, slow work. But anyway, I have five. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zanjas in water. That one is filling a little bit more slowly because there's so much mine spoil underneath it. It's going really across a pile of rocks, I think, but that won't really matter. And I think I'll shut the water off at that drop structure. I don't know about getting the pigs' tomatoes too wet. They're used to it drier. I'll open a drop structure back here. All right, I'd say bye for now.